like, because first of all, for me, this time of the year is Thanksgiving period. It's my personal thing. I haven't lived, haven't been able to go through the entire year to the last month of the year as we have it at the moment. I think it calls for Thanksgiving
Mm.
and personal celebration. This is my personal philosophy and an opportunity for me as well to go over through things that have done during the year.
Mm.
So from this very moment to the end of the year, the last few weekends that are left on Pedro Apollos Podcast, we usually call it is that time of the year again where we are grateful and thankful for every little things that we have done and the big ones that we did as well. So this is just my personal philosophy and part of the Pedro Apollos culture. So
Mm.
personally, do you do something like this? Do you set out a particular time of the year in which you celebrate and are grateful for the things you have achieved that year?
Uh, yeah, actually, towards the end of the year, you know, it's a it's a good time to actually, sober reflect on how the year have been. The
Yes.
successes you've been able to achieve,
Mm-hmm.
the failures you've been able to, that came out, that came through your way, and also everything in between. So
Mm-hmm.
it's that time at the end of the year. Myself, what I do is I always sober reflect and think and see how best I can harness the the lessons that have been learned in the year that is about to come to an end. See how best I can harness those lessons to you know succeed in the upcoming year. So yes, what we do, we make sure that personally, it has been a personal thing for me over the years. At the end of the year, I sit down and think, because you must in life one must pause, no matter what it is
Yeah.
that you're doing, you must pause at some point and then sober reflect and then think of how the year has been and then know where you got it wrong and then make amends. Know where you got it right and then put more energy in that area. Things like that. So yes, it's a welcome development for everyone, I think. But it has been, my tradition personally, even before over the years. It has been my, in fact, this is one of the things I learned from my boss because towards the end of the year, we because the business is getting to the closure of that year. So
Yes.
pause and then we'll check our stock, how far we've made profits and how the kind of losses that we've made and all those things. So since then, it has been a tradition for me. Yeah.
That's a great one. That's a great. I'm happy to know that, which means it goes way back for you, even in your formative years, in when you were still in your the Igbo apprenticeship program. And for those that may not know what the Igbo apprenticeship program is all about, myself, I know Bina discussed much about it in one of our shows back in earlier in the year, and that was a great moment for me as well as a friend and as a brother to know so much about that particular aspect of our life back home in Nigeria. And to this moment, it's staying in existence. It has even gone global. The University of Harvard studied about the program and it's applicable in most countries around the world. So if you do not know what the Igbo apprentice scheme is all about, try to study about it. Go do some research about it and it might help to increase or guide you to that economic freedom that most of you are looking for in life. Obinan,